Hello guys, and welcome to this video. And in this video you'll be looking at how we can create posts for our blogs. Okay, so it's very important, and you need to follow me very closely so that you can know how to create your posts. So we'll be looking at all posts. We're looking at how to create a new post. Then we'll look at the categories and then the tags. Let's get into the video. Here we are on our WordPress dashboard, and we are going to locate posts, and I'll click on this. So under the post you can see that we have just one post that came by default when we installed our WordPress. Okay, so it's hello world. It doesn't have much content, so we are going to create our own post and then see how we can do this. So to create your post, you come up here to where we have add new, and also you can create it on this side where we also have add new. So any of them will get you the same result. So I'll click on this one. So here I have my post page. Remember, everything that we are going to create under this post will go to our blog post page. Alright, so this is just one of the posts that we are going to create, and we'll just do this for practical purposes. So I'll begin with my title. So for this title you can choose to make it all capital letter, or you can choose to capitalize all the words. Okay, when any word that you want to write, you start with a capital letter. So anyone you want to write is still okay. I'll capitalize mine. So my title will be how to install WordPress. Alright, so this is it. This is my title. So the next thing I want to do, I want to come down and click on this add block. When I click on it, you'll see this menu open up. So from here you can choose any of these things, but if the things you want are not here, you can click on browse all, and then it will open on your left hand side. Here you have all the items that you can choose for your blog post. Alright, what I want here is a paragraph, so I'll simply choose my paragraph here, and with that I can start typing. So for me to type here, I won't waste time to type. I'll just head on to this website. Okay, so here Lipsum generator, I'll open it up and I'll be getting my dummy text here. Okay, so this is the page that I'll be getting my text from. I'll head back to, let me just head back to my post. So this is my post, so I'll get the first paragraph from here. Okay, so now I've gotten my main title, and then I've gotten the first paragraph. But let's say I wanted to have another title, so I'll just come here, click on this, select the heading. So you can see here the heading that is selected is H2, which means it's the second level of heading. The first one here is H1, and that's the best heading that you can use for your main title. So this other heading is just to tell you what this paragraph is all about. Okay, so let me just say I want to call this WordPress setup. Okay, so that's my first heading. Now this heading is for this. Alright, so let's say after this I want to add a picture. I'll just click on this and click enter on my keyboard, and it will come down to the next paragraph. But I want to add a picture, so I'll click on this plus icon and I'll select image. Let's say the image was not here. You can easily search for it. You can search for image, or you simply open from this browse all. So anyone you do, you will still get the image. Now click on the image button. So here I have three options. I can either upload the image or get it from image library or insert from URL. Now to insert from URL, that means you must have the image on a website. Okay, so we are going to explore these three. Okay, so I'll start with the upload. When I click on the upload, it takes me to download, but I don't want to pick any picture here. I want to go down to the picture folder. Then here I have downloaded images. These are some images that I've gotten ready. Alright, these are free images that I got from Pixabay. So I'll just select one of them that I want to add, and then I'll click on add. You can see my image is added. From here I can adjust this image. If it's too big, I can just make it smaller, and then I'll come here and click on align. Let's say I want to center align the image. Alright, so that's it. You can see how that is working. So I'm done with the image now and I'm satisfied with it. I'll just come down and click on a new block. Let's say I wanted to make this image a link. I'll simply click on the image. I'll come here and I'll insert a link. So let's say I'll type, when I click on the link, let's say this is the image I want, this is the link I want to add to it. When I'm done, I'll click on this arrow, and from the arrow I can now turn this on. That means I want to open the link in another tab. So I'm satisfied with this. I'll just click on enter, and I've now set this as a link. So I'll move on to the next thing. After this, I want to add another image using another mode. So I'll select image, and you can see we've already done the upload. So this time I'm going to use the media library. So from the media library, you can see that I already have some images. I'll simply select one of them and bring it in. This image is too large, so I also want to reduce it. So I begin to drag it down, and when I get to the size I want, I'll come here and also align it to the center. Alright, so you can see how my images are looking. I don't want to make this one a link. Let's try the third option. I'll still add the image, and then I'll do insert from URL. I'll head over to a website. Let's go to this website. Okay, so here we are on this website. Let's see if we can get the image link from here. It is saying copy the image address. I'll copy this and head over here and paste it, and let's see. Okay, so you can see our image has come up now. Alright, so we also try to align it to the center, and you can see how the image is looking. So that's how we can add all our images. Alright, so when you're done, let's say you want to delete this, you simply come to this toolbar, delete it, and the same thing with this one, and you also remove the image. Alright, so one thing I want to mention now is when you add any item, you just select that item, you see this toolbar appearing on the top. So there are lots of functions you can do here. The first one is telling you that this is an image, and then you have these three dots that is telling you can drag it. So using this, you can drag it up to anywhere you want to position it, or you can leave it here. So you can also use this arrow, move it up or down. Then this is the align. Here you can use it to add a caption. Let's say beach, you can put here swimming pool. Okay, you can put there swimming pool, and then that will become the caption of the image. So you can use this to add a link like we did earlier. You can use this to crop the image, and then use this to add text over the image. Let's try this one out. Right, you can see swimming pool is already there, so you can add something else. Alright, so you can see now that when we are done, the text now stays over the image. Alright, so let's leave it like that, and you can come back to your toolbar. Here you have replace, and here you can come and also remove it down here. So you have a whole lot of things you can do. Even when you have the paragraph, you still have a whole lot of things you can do to the paragraph, and you just take your time and go around it one after the other, and that way you have more understanding. So let's see what another thing that we can add. I'll click on this, and this time I want to browse all, and I'll go through all of this. Let's say we want to add a list. You click on this list, and what you have here is a list, and the list is unnumbered lists. Okay, it is called unnumbered list. So here you can begin to paste your list items. Let's come here and get something and paste. So that's the first list item. You just do enter, then you copy, then you paste, you do enter again, then you copy and you paste. So that way you've created your list. So you can now make this indent. You can see if you want to make some lists to be higher level than the others, you can still use that to achieve it. Okay, so you can also format your text here by using the bold, or you want to make it italics, or you want to make it a link, just like we did to the picture. You can simply click on here, and then you add your link address. Alright, so your link address is set. So now your link address is set. I'll simply hit on submit, and then you can see it becomes a link. Alright, so that's it for the list, and here are a few things you can also do with it. Let's click on this to see. Alright, so you can also add some formatting to this. You can make it a strike through. Let's use this other one to do that. If you highlight this and then you click on this, you can make a strike through, and you can see how it appears. Alright, I'll select it again. You can do inline code. No, you can't do that here. Alright, so you can make it a subscript or a superscript, but let's remove this first. Okay, so let's say you want to make a subscript or superscript. You can say H2O. Now let's simply select these two, come here, make it a subscript, so you can see how that applies. And also let's see, you can make a superscript. You can do X and 2. So you can select the one you want to make a superscript, and then so you can see how that works. Okay, so those are just a few formatting you can apply. You can just go around and play with these things and see the result that you are going to get. So let me click and come here again and see what else I can add to this place. Okay, the things that we use often. So this is a table. You can add a table here, and before you add, it's going to ask you the column and the row count. So let's see the column. I want to make 3 columns, and then I want to make 4 rows. So let's create the table. Alright, so we have 3 columns here, and then we have 4 rows. So we have a table here, and there are a lot of things you can do with this table. But before we start, I'd like us to actually fix this table, because if you don't fix it, by the time you are typing, you can see how some rows are shifting. So we'll simply come here, and then you do this fix width table. Okay, and then you can see that by the time you type, everything stays the same. Alright, so with this, you can begin to play around with this, putting in whatever you want to put in there. And here you have a whole lot of things you can do. If you click on here, you're going to see different things: duplicate, insert before, and all these things here. Also, if you click on this, you can see this set of formatting that you can apply, the subscript, the superscript, and all of this. You can still do the bold here, you can do the italic here. Now you can make your text to be center aligned, or you can make it to be right aligned. You can see these two are right aligned, and you can also apply it to all of them. So if you do this, all of them are now aligning. Then the table itself, you can choose to align it anywhere. Then you can write a caption here and call this table 1. So there are a whole lot of things you can do to the table. So let's move on to something else. Let's add another set of things. So after the table, if we scroll down, let's see, this is the gallery. Gallery is more like an image, just that you have more pictures in it. Then let's look at the audio. Okay, you can add an audio, you can add cover, text, and all this. You can add a video. Okay, so let's do the video. The video will give us more insight. It will help us better than the audio. So here you have three different levels again. Alright, so you begin with the upload, and you click on upload. It's going to take us to a computer where you will look for an image to upload. I'll go to Camtasia Studio. So I'll look for an image that is not large at all. Okay, let's see the size of this image. Let's check the properties and see the size, because I need an image that is really light. Okay, that's almost 2 megabytes. So I'll choose this one and I'll open. So you can see we have added our image. Now this image has been uploaded to our computer, has been uploaded to our server, so it's now residing on our own server. So if you click on it, okay, it begins to play. Alright, so that's it, and it has all the controls. So I can mute the sound and get to play it now, so you can see that. Okay, so that's just one way. That's just one way of setting that up. Now let's go to another way. I'll remove this and I'll still add video again. So you can see the second one is from the media library. You come to the media library and you can see now the image we just uploaded is here. Sorry, the video is here already. But let's say we didn't have a video. We'll simply come to upload files, then we'll come to select file, and then we'll bring in our video. But I don't want to bring in this video. If I click here and do open, it will appear. I don't want to bring it in because we've already had the video. So you can simply come here and select it, and then by the time you click select, it will still come and play here. Right, the third option, let me add that one separately, is a YouTube video. So you still select video, insert from URL. So from the URL, let's get a video URL from the internet. I'll just go straight to YouTube. Okay, so here we are on YouTube. I'll simply come to where I have share, then I'll copy this link. And then I'll go back to here. and then I'll paste the link, and then I'll hit enter. So you can see I've added the link, and you can see the video has shown up here. Alright, so that's the 3 ways you can use to add video. So let's quickly see if we can add something else, if we can learn something else here. So you scroll down, we've already seen this. We've added video. Is almost, the video is the same thing like the audio. You go through the same way. Okay, so let's look at the buttons. Now you want to add a button. This is your button. So you have a whole lot of tools here to use and customize it, right? So now what we want to do is that we'll have to come here and make the major adjustments. Okay, so this is our button, and this is the settings. So let's select 50%. You can see it's getting bigger, and then this say we should add text. So let's say click here to download. Okay, so these are link text, and you can see everything here. You want 75, it can be bigger, and 100 you fill up the entire space, but let's leave it at 50. So those are the settings. Let's click on the styles and see what we can do. Under styles, you can come to text, and then you can play around with the color. So you can change the text color from here. If you want the text color to be gray, you can see it doesn't show very well, but it's okay, because we are also going to change the background to what will make it show. Now the background is white. No, we don't want that. Okay, so you can see you also adjust the background color there. Now you want it to be gradient, where you have 2 colors. You can make it linear or radial, and you begin to choose the colors that you want, and you can see how the colors are playing out. Alright, okay, so these are just a few things you can do. Color wise, you can change back the color of the text to white, and this is the color, the text size. You can adjust the text size here, whether small or you want it to be big. You can see it's now bigger, and then the padding, and then the border radius. Here you can make it to be curved. You can see the edges is smoothing out, and there you have it. So the next thing you'd want to do with your link is to add the URL where it's going to link to. So let's see where we can link. We can take a link to. Let's come here and go to services. No, let's go to contact here, and under contact I'll copy this link URL and go to our button. I'll go to our button and I'll paste it there, and I'll also set it to open in a new tab, then I'll hit enter. Alright guys, we have done a whole lot of things here. Let's see if there's a quick one we can do before I'll call it quits on this. So let's scroll down. The spacer and the separator. The separator is simply a line, so you can take this up so that you can see how it works very well. So let's put it here, and then let's come to its settings. Let's go to block. No block selected. Let's select here. Alright, so you select white line. You can see it will now run across. Then you can select if you want it to be dots, okay, or you want it back to default. Then you select the white line. You can select the color here. Want it to be blue. So let's come to this side. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. White width, full width. Okay, that's too long. Okay. Styles, default, white line, dots. Okay. Now let's see this, duplicate, move here, copy styles. Alright, group and all of that. So this is what the separator is all about, And then lastly, I saw the spacer. So let's quickly see how to use the spacer. Spacer is simply used to add a space between two elements. Okay, so you can see here we have increased this space here. All right, but you can also increase the height of the spacer. You can make it 500, or let's say 200. You can see it's bigger now. So we are done. All right, we are done, but you can go around. If you click on here, you see all the things you need to do. You can go around and do these things one after the other and see the ones that you will be using, but at least we have shown you the major ones because of time. So the last thing we'll be looking at is how to publish this. All right, so you come here and click on publish. You can see here you have the visibility. It's for the public. You can make it private, only visible to site admins and editors. All right, or you can make it password protected. If you do this, you can set a password such that if people don't have the password, they can't access it. All right, so that's for the publish. Now we want to know if you want to publish it immediately, okay, or you want to set it to a future date. If you want to set it to a future date, just select the date here and then you can publish it for that date. Okay, you can schedule it. Alright, so the next thing is to add tags. Here you can add tags separate with commas. Okay, so let's say this is WordPress, so you can add WordPress tag. You can add WordPress as a tag, then you separate with a comma. Then you can also add web design as a tag. Okay, so what this simply means is that when they want to filter, they can filter using these two. You can also add a category, create a new category here. Category can also be web design, and then you add the category, make sure it's a parent category, and then you can create a okay, so it's now under web design category. So we are done with this. All right, we just go and hit on publish. All right, so our post is now published. So you can see how to install WordPress. So now let's quickly see what our blog post will look like. So we are back on to our post. So you can see now we have two. This is the one that came with WordPress and this is the one we just created. So what I'll do is I'll come to view and I'll right click and then I'll open in a new tab. So let's see what the post will look like now. Alright, so you can see it here. You can see how to install WordPress. This is the date, and this is, like I told you, this is the main topic and this is the sub heading. This is the H2. Alright, so you can also see here the permalinks we set. You can see this is the name, how to install WordPress, and the permalinks is also showing how to install WordPress. Alright, so that is very good for SEO. So these are the things we put. This is the picture with the overlay. You know, it's not looking that bright because we have the text overlay on it. Alright, so you scroll down, then we have the list, we have the indented list, and then we have our link. Remember, we set the link here. Then we have one video. Alright, so I'll just mute this so that I can play, and you see that it's playing. Alright, so this is a YouTube video as well. I'll play this. Okay, it's already muted, so you can see everything is going according to plan. Now here is a button. You can see this, we put a spacer here of 200, so you can see it has now shifted this, and then this is our link. Now I'm going to click this link and you see that it will open in a new tab. You click on this, you can see it's opening in a new tab. We still have our page here. So if you come down here, you'll see the tags that we set web design and WordPress as a tag. Okay, and down here you now see the previous one. Alright, so here you can leave a comment. And what I want us to see is, let us go to the blog page. So this is a blog page. I'll click on the blog. So you can see that our blog now has 2 posts. Okay, and since we set the format to just be showing the except, okay, so this is just the except here, and this is this other one, but then we can still set this up to appear more professional. Alright, and we will do that before we end this entire course. So that's it, guys. This video has been too lengthy and I've been rushing because I don't want it to be too lengthy, but you've got all the time in the world. Just take your time, go through everything we have taught you, go through all the things you can go through, and then just know how to play around with this text. Alright, and then you will get to know it as you progress. You get to know more and more and more. So thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.